Make a burned antler pendant with me. So I'm going to be burning the Vegvisir symbol onto these antlers. I start with sketching it out, making sure that everything's even, everything looks good, there's no mistakes. If there are mistakes, I can fix them at this time. And then I'll move on to tracing the pencil with a black ink. I go really slow with this part because bone is so porous that it pretty much absorbs the ink immediately. If you make a mistake or you smear it, there really is no fixing it and the antler is going to be unusable. I also do this step because the pencil just rubs off as soon as you touch it. So by going over it in the ink, I don't lose the outline while I'm burning. And then finally I will move on to the burning. I also go very slow with this part. I like my lines to be very straight. I like them to be very even. And I like, particularly with these pendants, I like them to be on the thicker side. I also don't like to go back and do a second pass, so I will take my time and make sure everything looks the way I want it to the first time around. This whole process can be super time consuming. Bone in general is really difficult to burn. You have to use a very high heat, which is why I'm wearing a glove in this video. Even just holding the tool for just a short amount of time with the heat that high, it can get very hot. So there really is no going fast. You just have to take your time. Fun fact though about the Vegvisir, a lot of people call it the Viking compass, or associate it with Vikings, and it really has nothing to do with Vikings. It was first discovered in 1860 in an Icelandic grimoire called the Hjul manuscript, and that was almost 800 years after the Viking Age ended in 1066. So it really has nothing to do with Vikings. It is a magical stave that is intended to protect the wearer while traveling. So yeah, just a little history for you there. But yeah, after I finish burning, I'll go in, I'll drill a hole, and I'll finish the rest of the necklace. I have a design for these where I wrap the hemp, or I tie the hemp in a way that it makes it look like it's wrapped around the antler, just the base of the antler, instead of going through a drilled hole. It kind of hides the drilled hole, which I think comes out pretty cool. And then I'll add the beads. I use black onyx beads and I use wooden beads. And then the very last step is to go in and make the macrame sliding knots that make the necklace adjustable and allow you to wear it at any length you want. And that's it. Here's the final result. Thanks for watching.